Hey Virgo, welcome to this space. We are ending the month of October, moving into November, and we are also moving into a full moon cycle in Taurus, your fellow earth sign. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs, please check your moon and or rising placements for deeper resonance. I am reading for both sidereal and Western astrological placements, so please bear that in mind. Take what resonates, leave what does not. And we're going to go ahead and jump in, you guys, for the month of November and the Taurus full moon. We also have a Mercury retrograde that is upon us as of now, as I'm giving you this reading as we speak. Okay, ancestors, guardians, and protectors. This is for Gemini. Did I say Gemini? I'm sorry. Virgo. This is for Virgo. I don't know why. Y'all, somebody has Gemini in their chart, or you have a Gemini in your life. Where did that come from? So please check the third quarter moon. The most recent third quarter moon. Either the one that passed or the one that's coming up. Okay. There may have been some type of like breakdown in communication, a breakdown in a relationship, okay, that really changed you or really caused you to reflect on some things, Virgo, moving forward. So this is a time, because we are in Scorpio season still, this is a time where, you know, of miscommunication. Mercury is pulling its energy away and distancing itself a little bit from us, pulling its, you know, the spirits attached to Mercury and the guardians, you know, they're pulling their energy away a little bit for the next 3 weeks and allowing us to just kind of focus on ourselves and focus on what needs to be cleaned and cleansed and adjusted and organized in our lives. Okay, Virgo? So, and you guys know you guys are all about being organized and, you know, cleaning things out and gutting things out and things like that and starting fresh, right? November could be a time of great forgiveness. Okay, this could be a time where okay, there's that green again. You have Neptune. Very interesting. So with Neptune, you have 2 green cards, which I think is very interesting. Okay. Be careful of escapism, okay? Be careful not to get too engulfed in that, okay? Maybe you're using your phone to escape, video games, like, you know, escapism is not so much a bad thing. You know, there's a lot going on in the world, okay? There is a lot going on in the world, and, you know, it's okay to just be like, I really don't want to focus on this. I don't want to focus on this reality right now. You know, it's okay to scroll through your phone sometimes, you know, after you get home from work or, you know, on your lunch break or something like that. But make sure that you are not forgetting your soul's growth. So some of you guys may come into like religion. There may be some type of spirituality that you start to want to dive into for whatever reason. Okay, you may have questions about some things, right? Which is great. That's great. There is some progress that you can really see for yourself in the month of November, moving into the Taurus full moon. Some of you guys may go down some rabbit holes, Virgo. You might find yourself kind of going down, I don't know, a space rabbit hole, a religious rabbit hole, conspiracy rabbit holes, cryptid rabbit holes. Like, can be a lot of rabbit holes you guys might be going down, especially if you're on the internet a lot or watching YouTube or TikTok, or maybe, you know, maybe just scrolling on your phone. Let's keep going. Let's go ahead and see here. Ancestors of light, messengers of light. What messages do you have for the forecast of the month of November 2025 and the upcoming Taurus full moon for them? For Virgo's sun, moon, and rising signs. So yeah, there's something here regarding the heart space, what you want in your life, how you're going to get there. But there's also conversations, the throat chakra. There's something with how you express yourself and your beliefs. Okay, this doesn't necessarily have to be religious or spiritual necessarily. It can just be that in the month of November, you're kind of feeling like, I really want to express how I really, like what I really believe, you know, and maybe expressing it to people and wanting them to understand why you believe what you believe. Okay. Work your magic. Okay, I love seeing that. So there's something with your beliefs that are attached to your goals. How you see life is how you move. Your perspective of life, of money, of politics, of whatever's going on in the world, of relationships and love, has gotten you this far. Okay. However, there is a little bit of healing here and helping you understand the deeper aspects of yourself, having a deeper relationship with yourself and understanding, okay, this is why I believe this. Do I still believe this though? So some of you guys, your beliefs may be changing and transforming at this time, okay? You have mother, wife, sister, daughter at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys, maybe there is a significant woman in your life, in your family, within your friendship group. Maybe it's a significant other, okay? It could be somebody at work. But I'm getting that this is specifically like someone close to you. So this doesn't have to be somebody at work unless you work with somebody that you're dating or you work with a family member who is a female. But November is going to be an ideal time, whether you guys follow this or not, you don't have to. But November is going to be an ideal time for you guys, Virgo, to ask some questions about spirituality or to question your own spirituality, to question your own beliefs and be like, do I still believe this? And some of you guys may walk away from it saying, yeah, I still believe this. That's fine. Others of you may walk away from it saying, no, that doesn't resonate with me anymore. But there was something that happened, or maybe there is something that you can expect to happen, that may kind of cause some type of breakdown in communication or a breakdown in a relationship. And that breakdown, that need for readjustment in your life or within that relationship, within that situation, will cause you to start questioning some things. Because again, with Mercury's retrograde, we may have a hard time, with communication or perceiving communication. Not just giving communication, just also receiving communication. There may be some things that you may say to someone that may trigger them the wrong way, or that may rub them the wrong way, and you may not have meant to say it that way, but it came out that way. You may have some, maybe somebody else may say something to you and you're just like, that rubbed you the wrong way, but maybe that person didn't really mean it in that way. Now, others of you, Mercury can cause some slip-ups in communication for the truth to come out because we are in Scorpio season. So the truth may come out in certain areas, okay, in ways that you don't really expect to come out, but it does. Okay. But that's okay. Yeah, we have guardian angel and spiritual growth. So some of you guys might actually come to the conclusion or come to some type of realization that you do actually have some type of entity looking after you and keeping you safe. You guys may actually realize that you have people who care about you, who are looking after you and wanting you to be safe and wanting you to, you know, be prosperous and abundant. And those are the people that you want to focus on. You may actually like start to realize the relationships that are actually working for you in your life. Virgo, those are the relationships that you start to realize have proved to you that love or the spirit really exists, and that, you know, goodness really does exist for some of you when it comes to your relationships. So I get that for the month of November, there's going to be a lot of signs showing you, hey, there's deeper meaning here to this, whatever this is for you. Okay. There's abundance here. There's just some blockages. That's what I'm seeing. There's a little bit of blockages, but you're going to get through them. Okay. Ugh, all of these cards wanted to fall. Ugh. Let's see. Don't know why they're just falling out of my hands. That's a lot. Yeah, let's keep going. That's a lot of cards. So there's deeper meaning. Some of you guys may have just gone through life not really believing in any type of religion or believing in any type of spirituality. You know, you just kind of took life for what it is, and that's fine, you know. Oh my goodness, there are these cards again. They keep falling out. What is happening? Yeah, so whatever it is that you're looking for, Virgo, whatever you're working towards, I just get the sense that a lot of you may have, you know, you've gone through life kind of needing more proof, or, okay, you have surrender to the divine. Full moon. So yeah, the Taurus full moon really will kind of highlight some aspects of your lives that will show you, or where you have been shown, you know what? There is more to life than just what's in front of me. You know, there are deeper aspects of my relationships. And I just get some of you guys, maybe in the month of November, you're going to have this urge to want to have really deep conversations with people. With your friends, with your family member, or with your significant other, with your children. I don't know. You may start to feel a little philosophical all of a sudden, or, you know, wanting to connect with, you know, the mystical aspects of this world, or I don't know. Yeah, it says the energy is gaining momentum. So as the full moon approaches, you guys, which is in a few days, maybe within the next week, a time for healing. Yeah, as the full moon approaches, y'all, you guys are gonna start feeling like, not all of you, I'm not saying this is for all of you, it depends on, you know, how your charts are placed, or how the planets are placed in your chart and how you're set up. But I really sense that there's some type of feminine energy here that is calling to you from inside of you. Others of you, this is just, again, maybe you might end up wanting to have there are just like some perfectly timed conversations you have with your mom, or perfectly timed conversations with your wife or your girlfriend, fiance, your sister, your daughter, where, you know, you really just want to talk and just have that conversational dance with somebody, that verbal dance with especially a female. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting here. If you have a passed on loved one who is a woman, they are wanting to connect with you at this time. You may get these feelings of like, you know, I really want to talk to my mom, or I just have some questions for my mom or my grandma, or, you know, maybe you have a sister that you really, you know, connect with, or a female cousin or an aunt. And you may just be feeling, you know, I really want to have these conversations. We have the Princess of Pentacles here. Okay. Yeah, we have Leo, we have the Ten of Swords. So yeah, it's the Sun in Gemini. There's a Gemini. There's Gemini. So maybe that's what I was feeling earlier, but a lot of conversation in the month of November. There's abundance there. There's abundance in conversation. There's abundance in spirituality and making connections there with other people. There's abundance in spiritual growth. Some of you guys are actually gaining some angels or some protectors or some entities that want to look after you and protect you and move with you towards your abundance. Okay? Because there is a door of opportunity. There is a door of abundance here. And you're feeling good about it because you have the Two of Wands here. That's Aries. So I just get, you know, you're feeling good, Virgo, about this. So if there's anybody who's choking you in a way, like kind of trying to choke your voice, so to speak, and not allowing you to speak what's really on your heart and your mind, like deep down, that might be an indication that that's just not, you know, you don't need to entertain those relationships in the month of November, you know, and talk to people who actually are willing to hear, you know, some crazy things that's been on your mind, or, you know, go down that rabbit hole, or go through those, you know, go down that rabbit hole of conversations, right? Maybe just asking some crazy questions and just being like, what do you think about this? Right? So I do sense abundance in conversation for you, Virgo, in the month of November, but I also sense that there is forgiveness, reconciliation, or if it's not actually forgiving someone in person, it's just kind of forgiving yourself and just forgiving that person in your heart and moving on with your life, okay? And again, it could be a significant other, it could be a mother figure. Maybe you haven't heard from this person in a while, or you guys had a breakdown in communication, or they're not talking to you. I don't know. You kind of have to, you know, you may have the opportunity. You may be worried about this person as well. So if you are worried about this person, just know that they're okay, they're safe. But if it's a passed on loved one and you really, really like feel like you didn't do right by them when they were alive, just know that, you know, they forgive you. It's fine. But others of you, it could be, you know, if there's a female in your life that you really love and you cherish and you respect them, and, you know, there is some type of spiritual growth with that person, there is an opportunity there. Okay. But if this is a time where you just need to walk away from the relationship and just accept it for what it is, so be it, right? So anyway, much love and light to all of you, Virgo. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.